Welcome back to Let's Lose. And I guess last episode we were talking about religion and scary things. And
well, it's always a very good idea to dive into someone's personal religious and spiritual thoughts,
beliefs,
dissect them.
Thoughts.
It's usually always good to do that. So, Andrew, what do you believe?
What do I believe?
Yes.
Spaghetti monster.
Yeah?
I'm Catholic. I was raised Catholic.
Yes.
So I got the baptism and everything, you know. God, yeah. I don't know. I honestly don't care because I worry about the here and now.
There you go.
I think, to me, honestly, religion can be good.
Mm-hmm.
Stories to live by, you know. Take a piece of, you know, take a piece of the story away from, you know, take the good part away from it. But when people are fighting and dying over shit, it's like, I love Kevin Smith's whole thing where he makes Chris Rock say, he's like, about religion, where it's like, you know, religion's a belief. People die over it and kill each other and shit, but if it's an idea, you can change your idea. And I always thought that was a good thing. I just got a text message of some sort. It's a friend request on Facebook.
So you're not...
I'm not really religious.
You're just
at
not
all.
sure.
I don't care.
You will when the day comes. So you're
yeah,
standing
well,
at the gates.
Hey, bro, I'm already covered. I got the baptism going on for me. That's the one thing. That's like the get out of jail free card.
Well, I mean, in retrospect, really anybody could get into heaven.
Oh yeah.
You have the chance to repent.
Yeah.
And say you're sorry, basically.
That's really what it comes down to.
You have to mean it in your heart.
Yeah.
Your heart of hearts.
If you're a good person, you can repent and say you're sorry. So if I go up there and there's God standing in front of me, I'm like, oh, I was wrong. Oh, God, you're real. I'm sorry.
It's like that episode of...
obviously you're real. Obviously I believe in you because you're right there.
It's like that episode of American Dad where Stan meets, like, his best friend, and the guy just doesn't believe... they believe in everything else. Or they see eye to eye on everything but religion. And then he shoves it down his throat, and then the dude dies, and he goes to hell. He's like, dude, there is a hell, there is a heaven. I met the devil. I'm one of his boys now.
I mean, honestly, if you think about it, I mean, going to hell really wouldn't be that bad. Torture would suck, but I mean, it's eternity. Eventually...
There's gonna be a downtime.
Well, not even that. I mean, just constant torture. At least you know what's happening.
3 square meals a day.
I mean, especially gluttony.
What are we having for lunch today? Your soul. No!
Not again!
I had that yesterday.
It's not so bad down here. They have potato salad. Ah! There's onions in potato salad!
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
That's what me and Nate would always say. We would, like, die. We would be in hell. Ah, shit. It was real. There's the devil. Hey, guys. Hi, Satan. You guys want a cigarette?
Motherfucker.
Sure, we'll take a cigarette. This ain't so bad. Light it up. Oh, these are menthol. Can we have reds? It's only menthol. No!
Oof. Going back to third on this. Boom. Ew, I sliced it a little bit.
Slam.
That's Mount Fujiyama.
It will always be in the background of every movie when they show Japan.
Yeah.
It's always in view, no matter where you are.
I'm in the sand. Oh, I sliced it again. Oh. Oh, out of bounds. Oh, I'm in the rocks. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, ouch. Oh!
Hey.
Still go. Oh, fuck. Where's the... There's not even... I can't even see the pin. Come on, get over it. Or not.
Bounce a million.
Yep, this is gonna be what causes me to lose the fucking tournament again. This shit. This is my downfall, everyone. I know! Stop rolling. No, I don't want to replay. No replays. Stop with the replay. There we go. Put me back in the fucking trap.
We were also talking about things that scared us as kids.
Yeah.
What's something that had you fucking
I had two things that scared the shit out of me as a kid.
Okay.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Okay, I was unhappy with clowns also myself.
That scared the fuck out of me as a child. That movie, just no good. It's no good.
Okay.
And there was an episode of Camp Salute Your Shorts.
Okay.
Where, am I in the sand again? No.
We run, we jump, we swim, we play.
Yeah.
Go and go on
So
trips.
there was an episode where I guess they were all trying to scare each other with stories.
But the thing that lasts
And
forever.
there was apparently a night janitor or something. I went +5. Fuck. Oh, that dropped me to 17th place. I guess the night janitor was like this guy that lived in the toilets or something.
Okay.
And they showed him at one point, and he just scared the fuck out of me. I don't know why, it always scared me. Just one of those things that stuck with me for like 3 or 4 years that terrified me, and if I'm in that sand trap again, I can't get out of the sand. I'm in the sand so much, I'm like, call me David Hasselhoff.
I remember when I was a wee youngster,
Uh-huh.
movie called Pumpkinhead. And out of all the movies that I was shown as a kid, that one scared the piss out of me the most because of my demented sister.
Okay.
Pumpkinhead is about a mentally challenged kid.
Okay. And your sister, mentally challenged.
No, about a mentally challenged kid that got beaten and shit, and they throw him down a well, and he got revenge coming back as Pumpkinhead.
Okay.
And summoning this demon. It was basically a revenge demon.
Yeah.
From like a voodoo bitch summoned this fucking demon. It was a curse. Pumpkinhead would not stop until he got the revenge you wanted.
Yeah.
And you've heard me talk about it before in Millersburg. The girl, the doctor's daughter, Crazy Goat.
Oh yeah. You might want to tell them about it. I don't think they know.
Well, there was a fucking mentally challenged woman. It was a daughter of a doctor down there, and she just kind of wandered the fucking town. She was nuts.
Yeah, she wandered like
nobody really took fucking. No one took responsibility for her. They all knew it was a doctor. He lost fucking money, and then one day she just up and was gone.
She just disappeared one day.
We're pretty sure she probably went to like a state institution, or they locked her up somewhere,
or she drowned in the river.
Very possible. She might have died for all we fucking. I don't know.
Because you said she was like knocking on people's doors and shit at like 1 o'clock in the morning.
She used when we'd be at lunch. She used to come up and just press herself against the fucking glass while we're eating lunch at school. She would wear white nightgowns, and she'd jump in the river, come back out, just walk around with nothing else on, just a white nightgown.
Ew.
And my sister said, well, they also had a son.
Oh my God! Hold on. It's so pretty. Birdie. Go ahead, Brian. Continue.
Okay. Well, she said she also had a son, and that son was beaten up by a bunch of people.
Mm-hmm.
And she said that's what the story of Pumpkinhead was based off of. Well, at 6 years old,
you didn't know any better.
I was like, she's the older one. She's your sister. Why would she lie to you?
And whenever she would Mom and Dad will tell you. They probably don't want to say anything though, because I would go and ask them about what's that lady do when she runs around town, and they were like, Brian, you don't have to worry about that. We don't want to talk about it.
Whoa.
And I was like, oh shit, she's right. They don't want to talk about it. And she said, you're a young boy just like the people that beat him up. And she's like, he lives out in those woods. And at night, her and her friends would fucking throw rocks at my window, and I would just be, like, on the verge of tears, hiding under my blanket, because I thought this big fucking monster was going to come at me.
Jesus Christ. Your sister was kind of a cunt.
Mm-hmm. Scared the piss out of me.
I'm never going to get one of those chip ends like that. What'd I get? Bogey. Oh, double bogey. That kind of hurt. What about you, Angelica? What scared you as a kid?
People in general.
Can't hear you. Get a little closer.
Fine. Well, my mom didn't like scary movies, so we didn't have anything to watch. So I had real fears of talking in public and.
Oh, you had rational fears.
Yeah. And I was also the oldest, so I didn't have my siblings lying to me and trying to scare me.
My sister, I used to scare the piss out of her with some stuff. My stepdad, I think the other thing that scared me as a child, my stepdad made me watch Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street, you know, the Freddy Krueger movies. And then that night, like after we watched it together, he burst in my fucking room at like 2 o'clock in the morning. I was like, "Hey, how's it going?" I was like, "Oh my god!" Like I almost shit the fucking bed.
Hey, Bart, you want to try these brownies? Ah!
Hey, you want to look at my new chainsaw? And then he also made me watch Pink Floyd's The Wall when I was like 5. You want to talk about something that scares you, leaves a mark. That movie.
I remember, too, at the same around age 5.
Yeah.
Ish or 6. Our next door neighbors, their dad, had this, like, really, really good werewolf outfit.
Okay.
Like, it looked spot on. And he would get on all fours during Halloween, and he'd run around the yards and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he'd, like, you know, come up and, you know, do that shit.
Yeah.
Run around and scare kids during Halloween. Well, I asked my sister, I was like, "That's just Donnie." She's like, "No, that's a real werewolf." And I was like, because it looked real. Like, it was a good outfit, and I was young. And I was like, "Oh." She's like, "But they have control of it." I was like, "Oh, okay." Well, then, a couple weeks later, they wanted to play hide and seek with me.
Okay.
And they were like, "Okay." And her and Tad, the next door neighbors, opened up the shed. And Tad always used to tell me after Halloween that's where they kept the werewolf, was in the shed. But nobody could go in there. And I saw the door was open.
Oh, no.
And I was like, well, maybe they're in there because the door's open, so it must be out already. And they were hiding behind the shed, and I opened the door.
Uh-huh.
They shoved me in and started growling and locked the door. And said it's in there.
That's pretty fucked.
And I immediately just started bawling and started banging on the fucking thing to let me out. And they were like, "It's in there, Brian, it's in there." And like, I was like, I was 5 years old. 5 or 6. I lost my fucking mind. Like, I was just, it was bad.
Yeah, that sounds.
Because they said, get out. And I was like, I can't open it. They were holding the door shut locked. And they're like, it's coming. It's out. The door's locked. You got to get out. And I was fucking.
You were gone.
Yep. And then it happened. I looked out the window and saw my mom. And fucking grabbed the goddamn baseball and threw it through the window of my neighbor's shed. And started screaming, "Mom!"
The werewolf has got me.
And
it's gonna get me!
She looks over and hears me screaming.
Yeah.
And thinks something's wrong. And so she's fucking going with that cane like a mile a minute. And she realizes, she starts to kind of get what's realizes going on because they're holding the door shut.
Yeah.
They don't want me to get out and tell her. So they're fucking scared. My mom starts beating them with the fucking cane.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she got in a lot of trouble for that shit. A lot of trouble. And I was fucking just mortified.
Well, at least your mom was there for you. Alright, we'll finish the last 9 holes on the next episode of Let's Lose. 8 holes. I didn't see where we're at. Later.